Peterborough United 2, Ipswich Town 1. Ipswich took the lead through James Norwood in the 6th minute. They were direct, it was a diamond, it was working for half an hour, but Peterborough's wide men started to get on top, a cross into the box, an equaliser before half time, a soft free kick after the restart, and Joe Ward calls it round the box and 2-1, and that was it.
Yeah, that was all she wrote, wasn't it? From Posh taking the lead, there was never really looking like a route back into this for Ipswich. Troy Parrott with a shot at the end, well saved by Christy Pym, was about it really, wasn't it? And Josh Harrop with a follow-up. But like you say, it was looking good at the start. With you get the team comes in, it looks compact, direct. We thought that's what we'd get, and that's what came. It brought a goal. And it looked like things may be on the way to putting some things right in terms of this run against top 10 League One teams. But yeah, it's gone south again, hasn't it? And now that record gets trotted out. Nine games against the top 7 in this division this season, and they've all been defeats, and you're not going to get anywhere with that, sadly.
No. Let's have a quick chat about the changes, shall we? 2-0 against Blackpool. Best performance in some time on Saturday. Bit of excitement about the new boys. 4 changes. Finally get the 2 up front that people have been calling about, but it comes after a decent performance and a win at the weekend. The logic, says Stuart Taylor, who was on press duty rather than Paul Lambert post-match, was that they wanted to go with a more physical, experienced backline. So that's why Chambers and Ward came back in the full-back positions. And they wanted to go 2 up top because you can't see it now because it's covered behind us, but that was a pudding of a football pitch here at Peterborough. So you can kind of see the logic behind what they were trying to do at both ends of the pitch. And for the first, as I say, half an hour or so, I thought it worked within reason. It was a long kick from Holy that led to the goal. Yes, a defensive error before Norwood scored, but I thought they ruffled a few feathers in that first half an hour, but slowly that tide started to turn and Peterborough started to make the most of their extra bodies down the flanks. It was a cross that wasn't dealt with. People will look at Luke Chambers for losing the ball on halfway. For me, there was a catalogue of errors after that. Judge doesn't do enough to stop the cross. McGuinness doesn't time his leap well enough. Stephen Ward just doesn't get off the ground. And where's Thomas Holy, your 6'9" goalkeeper, to come and clear everybody out on the edge of the 6-yard box? So several little errors leading to that. The free kick winner was a great finish. Whips it round the wall, right in the post, but question marks over Thomas Holy?
It's at first on first viewing live, it looked like just a perfect placement that kind of left him standing. But you look back at the replay and it doesn't look like he set himself particularly well. He's closer to the ball than I thought he was, and he seems to kind of stumble, almost amble towards his post. And yeah, it's a great free kick. It took the net off the ground. It was that powerful that it kind of lifted the back of the net. But maybe it's lazy to say he should have just flung himself at it, but you want to see more from your goalkeeper there. I think I don't think he positioned himself well. I don't think he set his feet particularly well, and it's a pretty erratic night for him all round, really, wasn't it?
A couple of crosses that he maybe came charging off his line second half, got away with that. I mean, second half, if anyone was going to score, it looked more like Peterborough. They had the chances. It wasn't really right until the death when Troy Parrott had a kind of a shot through a crowded box following a corner that was, I think, a goalkeeper save in the end. We couldn't really tell. That was kept out on the line, but that was as close as Ipswich came, and Peterborough looked like they had more of the attacking threat second half. And while Stuart Taylor will say he thought they were good value for a draw, I'm not too sure about that, to be honest. And we'll come back to that stat. 9 games against the team in the top 7 and nil, nada, zilch, zip. That's not good enough, is it, for a team that's going for promotion?
It's miserable, isn't it? There's so many words you can use to describe that run, but it's miserable, and it seems never ending. I get the argument that you can still get where you want to get, maybe, if you kind of beat everything in sight below you, but you can't get promoted out of this league without beating some of those teams, because you'd have to face them in the playoffs anyway. Yeah. And this team don't look like doing that in any way whatsoever.
Not this season, and not last season either. Just as a footnote, James Norwood came off at half-time. They switched back to the 4-3-3 system. We're told that wasn't an injury, despite Norwood having received a bit of treatment. That was just tactical. They didn't feel he had more than 45 minutes in the legs, and they're just being ultra careful with him, given his stop-start season so far. So we shall see what they do on Saturday. It's a trip to Shrewsbury, and the show goes on, and we'll be there with you. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.